Hey folks, it's John. Super excited to be here with you today to finally talk about the new 7 Series canister filters from Fluval. Now the 7 Series is available in 4 different sizes. Depending on what size aquarium you have, you'll get the right one to suit that aquarium. I was fortunate enough to have Fluval send me 2 different sizes. They sent me 2 of the 407s, one which is installed in this tank already, and then they sent me by mistake a 107. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that yet, but anyway, if you want to learn how you can win one of these of any size, whichever size you need, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving one away. Thank you, Fluval. According to the manufacturer's specs, this 407 will process 245 gallons per hour, which means it'll basically turn over a 60-gallon tank 4 times an hour. When you're setting up a canister filter and you're trying to determine what size to get, you've got to think about all the things that can affect the performance of the filter, and don't just rely on what the label says. Things like the length of the hoses, the height of the tank, and the type of media that you're using are all going to affect how much water a filter like this will process. The label might say 245 gallons per hour, but after all those other factors, it might only be like 220 gallons per hour. Just keep that in mind. I'm not saying this as a dig on Fluval. All the manufacturers do this. They put on the label the water flow, but it's under perfect conditions, so they're always just a little bit inflated. I'm putting this on a 75 gallon, so it's not going to quite turn it over 4 times an hour, but the tank has a ton of plants in it and really small fish, so I really don't think it's going to be a huge issue. Fluval includes mechanical, chemical, and biomedia with the filter, so depending on what you're filtering, it basically comes with everything you're going to need to get it going. I elected not to use the carbon that was included. I'm a fan of carbon, but this is a planted tank, and Lisa uses all kinds of fertilizers and additives, so the carbon would basically cancel all of that out. So I just threw in some extra ceramic balls that I had left over from the 240, and that's really all I need. All right, so I'm going to put this thing back together again. The way the manufacturer had it, they had the sponges down here at the bottom, along with kind of the polishing pad, which I'll go ahead and use. Why not? And then I'm going to slide this up through it just because it's going to be easier to do this now than after it's all put back together again. So these trays are actually really simple. I like it. I like it like that. Dare I say, easier than the FX6. Now, the next 3 trays that they have, this is the ceramic rings that came with it. Just kind of dusted them off a little bit. And then there's 2 more trays that they included 4 bags of this carbon, which I'm not going to use in Lisa's tank. So those are going to go off to the side. And what I'm going to use is some of these. These are ceramic balls that come from came with the 240. They sent me a whole bunch extra. This is going to go in the 240's tower, but I'm also going to use some of these in here. Not a ton of them, but just some. I don't want to run out. I mean, the 240 needs to have plenty of them too, but just going to kind of fill each one of them up maybe halfway. These are wet because I just washed them off. So the top 2 are going to have these little ceramic balls. Very simple. I suppose I could put something in here like a Purigen or something like that, but the way I look at it is the more opportunity there is for the growth of bacteria, the better off the tank is going to be. So we will get rid of the carbon. I'll actually save these because I will use the carbon in my 75, so I'll save these for whenever I need to swap them out. So then it also comes with this filter section, I don't know what you want to call it, that goes down into the case. I don't think, yeah, there's two compartments inside here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little tracks in here where the tray will slide down, and it can only go on that side. So that's actually pretty cool. And then this slides right down in, and we're done. So we've got it all put back together again, of course, after I put the lid on. It's kind of simple. It can only go together one way, and that's pretty cool. So let me just verify that. Yeah, you can't put this in backwards either. So that's neat. Not gonna be doing much messing around with these top 3 trays, so it's kind of nice, you know, every other week or so I can come in here, just pull this out, squeeze out the sponges and tank water, and then we're good to go. Because, I mean, the bottom tray, I would wanna swap out those sponges periodically, but I think this is gonna take the bulk of it, and those kind of act as like a polishing pad, I guess. So, as far as this goes, I would think that there is only one way it can go on. Let me just verify here. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't pay too much attention. Yep, there's only one way it can go on. And that is to line up the little 407 badge with this little notch right there. It makes it very easy. Literally nobody can get this wrong because it can only go together one way. So that's cool. That's it. It's done. Okay, I told you wrong. We forgot about this. They actually send the gasket separate. Not 100% sure why that is, but the gasket, this is, John, just read the instructions, why don't you? It comes with a little diagram here, and yeah, it's in the right spot. So there we go. Now it's put together. Line up the 407 badge with the notch. I thought when I put it together a second ago that it felt a little bit loose, and that's because that gasket wasn't in there. So yep, there we go. Now we're done. The installation of this canister filter was a breeze. I mean, the design of it makes it very easy to install, but I would definitely recommend referring to the instructions. I mean, I opened the box, I just took everything out and started slapping it on the tank, and I put the brackets that mount the hoses to the tank on wrong 3 times. Once I got them on correctly, I realized how much I like these mounting brackets. They're super nice and they do a great job holding the hoses in place. I really hope Fluval uses this kind of design on the FX series. You can see the hoses I have next to the new ones. They're kind of in rough shape, and that's because the brackets broke, because once they're on, they're almost impossible to get off of the tank without breaking your fingers and all of that. So I really like this new design, and I hope they incorporate this type of design on the FX series. That would be awesome. So I've had this filter running on the 75 gallon for a couple of weeks now. I haven't had to do any maintenance on it yet, but just putting it together and installing it, I know the maintenance is going to be super easy. Once I do need to do maintenance on this tank, if you want me to get that on video and show it to you in a future vlog or something like that, let me know. Put it down in the comments below. It's no secret that I am a Fluval fanboy. I make no apologies for that. I love the brand. I know that there is a lot of people out there that are hesitant to get canister filters, though, for whatever reason. Maybe they think they're too difficult to maintain, or they make too much noise, whatever. Who knows? There's a million different reasons why people don't like them, but I believe that Fluval has hit the nail on the head with these. They have addressed those issues. Very simple to maintain because they're smaller and they're easy to get in and out of your cabinet or wherever you have them stored, and they come apart very easy. All of the media trays stack up nicely. It's simple. I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's not difficult at all to set up, it's not difficult to maintain, and it's quiet as a mouse. Now, if we could just get Fluval to incorporate heaters into these, like some of those other brands have, we'd probably have the best filter on the planet. We can always dream. Now let's get into the giveaway. If you want one of these for yourself, it's very easy to enter. All you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel. I will verify that, so if you have it so that you don't make your channels that you're subscribed to public, might want to change that just for this giveaway. But I will verify that, and then you also have to put a comment down below. That's all you have to do. It's very, very simple. When are you going to find out if you won? Well, that's the other kind of rule to this contest. It's very simple. You got to watch Tank Talk Live this coming Thursday, July 18th at 9 p.m. I will announce the winner there. I'm actually going to select several winners, and there's a reason for that. Only one person is going to win, but the person who wins is going to have to be with us on the live stream. In the chat. You know, I'm not saying you have to be sitting here in the room, that would be weird, but you have to be watching. I will announce the first winner. If that person is there and they say, hey, that's me, I won, yay, then they win. If nobody's there, then I'll go to the next one on the list. It's going to be randomly picked by a randomizer on the internet, not me, so there's not going to be any favoritism. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and make sure you put a comment down below, and then you're entered, and that's all there is to it. All you got to do is watch Tank Talk Live, 9 p.m. this Thursday, July 18th, and you never know. It might be you that wins, and if you do, I'll get your information. You tell me what size you need. Fluval is going to ship it directly to you. It's not coming from me. It's coming from them, so that's the real deal. And I'm sorry if you're watching this past July 18th, 2019, you're too late. Comment all you want down below, but there's not going to be any more giveaway. I've done these for years. I did one years ago, and I still get comments that people want to win. I guess it's kind of cool. So there you go. Once again, thank you to Fluval for sending these out to me to review, to you, and to also use in my tanks. We've got one running in this tank right here. It's doing very well. I'm very happy with it. This one is going to go in our other 75 that we're going to be bringing out here at some point. I don't know when that's going to be because we've got so much going on. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, we're building a fish room. It's happening right here. You just can't see it behind the camera. Lots of really cool things happening, especially that right there, which you can't see, but trust me, you're going to want to see it because it's the biggest thing I've ever done. Anyway, you're not going to want to miss that. So subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so that when I show you that, you're going to see it, because this is a really big deal for me. It's a dream come true for me. So if you want to see that, make sure you watch the vlogs that come out on Wednesdays. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have notifications turned on. That's all. It's free. Thank you so much for watching this. Once again, I want to thank Fluval. I've had a relationship with them for years, and they've always been really good to me. So thanks to them once again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I look forward to seeing you again next week.